Hi, welcome to True Stories with Debbie. So today we've got an interesting story captured how my cousin molested me even without my parents knowing until they passed on. My God, when I saw this story, I couldn't say anything. I was shocked. Actually, it happens. And I want to say thank you to this my amazing follower and subscriber that actually sent in the story. Like I said, I will ensure all privacy and maintain nobody knows who you are. Just to read up your story. If anyone have any opinion to the story, please do well to share your opinion. Don't be judgmental. Just give your own candid, opinion. Just assume if it was to be you, what will you do? So let's dive on as I read the story. So I've got the story here in my phone. So I'm just going to quickly read the story. So please listen to this story attentively so you can give the best of opinion and an honest one in that matter. So my name is so I'm not going to mention the name. So hi, True Stories with Debbie. I am excited about this platform. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm humbled. Yeah, at least I can leave my stories after many years. I've been unable to tell anyone the story, not even my family members. So currently I am 25 years old. I am from a family of working class people. My both parents are always out of the house. They go to work. So most times I stay with my neighbors, relatives or friends until my parents return back from work and come and pick me. Not until one of the days my older cousin came to visit us, spent about a week with us at home. And so my parents was happy because he's our cousin, and then they used the opportunity to keep working. So because they felt safe, because our cousin, so our cousin can actually live with me. So this cousin of mine actually spent about a week, and days goes on by, and as the day goes on by, we became attracted to each other. However, I wasn't even the one that initiated it. So until about one of the days, so I was being raped. Yeah, because he forcefully got into me, even though I never wanted him to even touch me that day. I wasn't just in the mood for him to touch me. So he did it. Yeah. So because our house was gated, so even though I screamed, nobody really heard me. So our neighbor we're talking about here, the neighbor she was talking about here, the neighbor that is the next compound. So if I understand the story here properly, so I was being raped and I cried bitterly. Like I was so bitter I couldn't even speak to anyone. In fact, this cousin of mine, when he was leaving, he had to threaten me because he was trying to talk to me calmly. I wasn't really happy. I wasn't responding until I think he got upset. Then, when leaving the house, he threatened me. He said, I dare not tell anyone. If not, I will see what is going to happen to me. So that made me scared. I was so scared that I couldn't speak to anyone because my parents are not very close to me. They all go to work, very busy. I was like, how will I tell my parents this? It was really difficult for me to speak. So I didn't speak to anyone until, I grew up with it, and then I couldn't, I didn't get to see that my cousin for a very long time. Only about recently I started seeing him. That's even after my parents I lost my parents in a ghastly motor accident. So after then, that was when I ran into him, but from a distance anyway. So each time I see this, my cousin, honestly, I feel terrible. I feel so bad. Like, I feel ashamed. Sometimes I feel like doing something evil, something bad, but I don't really know how to let go. To be honest, I've learned my lesson. I've really learned my lesson. But can I just ask, how can I be at peace with myself, knowing that this my cousin doesn't seem as somebody that is even remorseful as to what he has done to me? So please, through Stories with Debbie, can you and your audience tell me what I can do? Yeah, this is the story. Yeah, that I just read. I got this message sent to me. My dear, it is very it's disheartening. It's really disheartening. But first of all, I want to commend you for leaving your stories with me. I mean, for trusting me. You really don't know me. Yeah, so for trusting me, thank you. For trusting this community, thank you so very much. And like I said, I'm not a counselor. I am not the best person to advise, but I can leave suggestions, what I think. And definitely I'm going to drop the video for the audience to leave their comments. Please, I have read this story. What do you think we should do? Or what do you think the girl should do, the lady should do? This is something that happened years ago, so she's 25 currently, so you can imagine years ago. Okay, I think she mentioned to me did I skip that, about 8-9 years ago. So you can see this lady was still very young. So what do you think she will do? Well, in my own simple opinion, I will say, first of all, parents, look after your children. It is good to work to get money, but look after your children. Your children are your direct responsibility. You see, the thing that is in between a man's leg, do not know brother or sister. Do not know any person. Even husbands. Even your husband can molest your children. Yes, fathers do that. Yes, that is because the thing in between their legs do not know who is their relation, brother, or anything. So do not walk and forget yourself. Yourself is also your children. You have to be very vigilant as to what your children are doing, what they are up to. Speak with them. Any job that will take you out of your children, that will not allow you to look after yourself, look after your family, does not worth it. It does not worth it. So we see how people come down with HIV, AIDS, and whatever diseases, bad influence later in the future. These are one of the things. Now, this is because that cousin is involved. I mean, you can imagine if the parents were to be aware, what would have been there would have been family crisis. Look, she couldn't even speak to her parents until she even lost them. She's the only child from the story I read. It appears she's the only child. She didn't state it, but it appears so. So you can imagine. So please look after your children. Do not leave your children in the hands of neighbors or people that you don't. I mean, personally, I don't trust anyone. Personally, I don't trust anybody. Any person can molest your children, whether a boy or a girl, they can molest your children. Please look after your children. Be careful and always pray for them, and always teach them, and always tell them when to say no, when to speak up, and always to speak up. It is very, very important. Never neglect your children because you're working. It does not worth it. In my own opinion, it does not worth it. Please look after your children. Do not ignore your children, because they go through a lot that you may not even know. Sometimes they tend to even speak to outsiders. And for you, I would say to you that, well, I don't know if I'm right, but I would say at this point, you've learned your lesson. I'm sure by God's grace, you never caught any sickness. You were not pregnant. Please keep a distance. You've learned your lesson. Keep a distance. You have to forgive. If you don't forgive, you cannot move forward. Yes, because I was going to say you should report to authority, but I mean, your location, even when you report, do you have an evidence? You do not have an evidence, so you don't even have any case to prove. So therefore, forgive. give a distance. That is not the kind of people that you should associate yourself with. Please give a distance. Learn to speak up. It may be something else. Learn to speak up so that you can get help. And for parents, I will reiterate, please never abandon your children because of job. Your children are your responsibility. I hope I have made common sense, and I'm going to leave this video for my audience. Please do well to give your honest and open suggestion and advice. What you think this lady should do and how she can move forward, in terms of not feeling bad again, not feeling, having evil thoughts or anything. Please leave your opinion about this. I believe when this person comes across this video, they will know that this video is for them. So whatever is your advice, let it be something more reasonable than even what I have said. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. Please do well to like, share, comment. Bye-bye.